Came out the mud, now we map out the stuff. Hands on the wheel, got my life in the car. Up and down roads, they said ain't for me. Now I run routes like a wide body Jeep. Selling work out the trunk, I was freezing at lights. Eating chips for dinner, counting quarters at night. Now it's bags in the back, got them strapped to the seats. Every mile one prayer, one now police. State line after state line, I was chasing a shot. Every mile marker felt like a ticking clock. Hit a rest stop, shower just to rinse off the pain. Then I double that flip, did it all again. Highway to the million, I'm never there. Turn that stress into stone, then I built with it. From a stash in the door to a safe in the crib. I was driving for my life, now I'm flying to live. Yeah. Highway to the million.
Yo, it's your boy Deezy and Dawgface. You already know it's not about the setback. It's about the get back. I want to appreciate everyone that's became a member, that subscribed to the channel, and that watches the channel. I appreciate y'all. If you haven't already hit that notification bell, hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we go live. I appreciate all y'all that's rocking with me, and I hope y'all continue to rock with me. All right, we got our guy Dawgface in the building. Shout out to Dawgface, man. What's happening, bro?
What's the word with you, Deezy? How you feel today, brother?
Everything's Taheed, man. You know, good to have you. And, you know, we're going to get into a few things this evening. And, you know, we appreciate you taking the time out to rock with us.
Of course. Whenever you call me, I'm coming.
Yes, sir. All right. So the situation with Gucci Man and Pooh Shiesty, Big 30 and his dad. How do you take that situation of them recording the situation and then thinking that they was going to just be able to skate through that?
Well, first of all, talk about a bad plan. Listen, in all of niggerdom, I haven't seen a plan more stupider than that. That shit is the slowest short bus riding, window licking, helmet wearing ass shit that you don't get no dumber than that. The amazing part about it all is that they thought that was a good plan. The crazy, bro, the fact that they thought that was a good plan, it tells you everything you need to know about who you're dealing with. And I'm surprised that Gucci walked out of there with his life, because that shit was so stupid, so ass backwards, and so ridiculous. They might as well have killed him, as far as I'm concerned. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to do that dumb ass shit, you might as well went all the way with the stupidity and just killed him. Kidnapped him, killed him, and just done away with it. I mean, I don't know how dumber you could have been. And then when you look at all the people involved, you have his father, who's already been in his own trouble. You have Big 30, who has never had a felony before, but has lived a street life. You got all these people together, and all these people, from the looks of it, they all put this plan together, and they thought it was going. They all put this plan together, Deezy, and they was all telling me, yeah. Well, that's a good plan. All those minds, came and told themselves that's a good plan. At no point, nobody said, wait a minute, man. We can force him to sign the contract at gunpoint, but that doesn't mean that when he leaves and when you try to move on, I don't know if we could present video evidence of us holding him at gunpoint against his will and forcing him to sign a contract and forcing him to say, I'm released. I don't know if we can use that in the court of law. The fact that all those people there and nobody said, wait a minute, I don't know about this. That tells you, and that's why I say I'm surprised they ain't just killing. Because if you thought it was a good ass plan, then why didn't you just kill a nigga then?
What do you say to
It's
the people
ridiculous.
that
It's
think,
retarded.
what do you say to the people that think he gonna beat the case?
They just as slow as that nigga is, and they should have been right there with him so they can suffer the same consequence that he gonna suffer. The only way Pooh Shiesty get about this situation, there is no getting out now, because even if the state or the feds didn't pick it up, there's enough. Gucci Man already told what happened, and they already have video evidence that backs up what Gucci Man said happened. There's no way you get out of this. If Gucci Man says, I don't want to press charges, it's still no way for them to get out of it because they still committed the crime. Simple as that. There's nothing Gucci already said what he had to say. He already threw him under the bus. And whether he comes to court and testifies or not. So this is not just simply a situation where somebody accused you of doing something and they're not going to come to court. So because they're not going to come to court, you have the right to confront your accusers, and therefore, since he ain't coming to court, we're gonna walk away. There's no way. He already gave a statement, so they don't need him to come to court anymore. And they already have video evidence when they arrested these dumbass niggas. This nigga Big 30 had the proof in his phone. They don't need Gucci Man to do a motherfucking thing else. And for the people who thinks that he's gonna get off of this shit, man, I don't wish prison on nobody except mystical rapist ass, right? But for the people who think he's gonna beat this, I want them to tell you how. I want them to explain to you how, under what circumstances, based on all the evidence, based on Gucci giving the testimony, and based on them retrieving that motherfucking footage out of Big 30's phone. I want you to tell me how he beats that case. And then I want you to add the fact that Pooh Shiesty daddy is already a known informant. Do you think he's not telling what happened? Do you think he's not trying to make some kind of deal, some back channel deal to give himself some type of relief and his son some type of relief? You think he ain't trying to run and play with the feds? You know he don't want to go to prison for 20 years. He didn't want to go to prison for the shit that he did by himself 20 years ago. So you know he's not going to go to prison at the ripe old age that he is. You know he's not going to take that shit. And no conspiracy. You know he's not going to take that. Their ass is grass. The only thing that's going to beat Pooh Shiesty to the penitentiary is the headlights on the bus he riding in. That's the only thing going to beat him to prison.
It's over for him. And, for them to come up with this type of plan, what type of minds they have, really thinking that they was going to get away with this. I don't even understand why they would think them forcing somebody to sign a contract would make the contract valid. That shit is wild.
Hey, Deezy, just imagine me and you doing that same stupid, right now, being who we are, and under what circumstances you call me and say, hey, dog, I need you to come up here, man, and we're gonna get said music executive in the room, and you pull a Draco on him, and then you over there, you film him. You film us doing this shit. That sounds like a good plan. Imagine under what circumstances would add shit like that.
It's like no way they thought they was going to get away with it.
Hey, Deezy, they thought they was, no, Deezy, you make this shit backwards, bro. They thought they was, listen, how do we know they were target? Because they thought that they were going to get away with this. They thought that. Bro, if they didn't think they was going to get away with it, even once they kicked off, bro, these niggas so stupid and so retarded that they allegedly, it seemingly they planned this shit. They had the contract. The daddy went to the Kinko's and got a copy of the contract. Deezy.
And sent the contract to his email. The dad sent the contract to his email, man.
So Deezy, so listen. So you planned it. During the planning of this whole shit, nobody said to themselves, wait a minute, that might not work like that. I don't know about that. Nobody, all these niggas right? And don't forget, he went to prison 4 years ago when he was surrounded by another group of dumbass niggas who thought it was a good idea to rob a nigga for some shoes and some weed. That's how he gets to the feds to begin with. So Deezy. So they planned it. Nobody said, wait a minute, I don't know if it's gonna work like that. Nobody said that, right? And then as it was going on, and then put your phone out and film this shit.
Yeah, that shit wild.
Oh, so you trying to go to the joint. You trying to go to the big joint. You don't want to go to the little joint. You trying to go to the big joint. Them niggas as dumb as a box of rocks. And I don't feel sorry for them niggas. Normally I'd be like, man, I don't want some niggas to penitentiary. Let me tell you the truth, brother. Them stupid ass niggas are menaces to society. Them stupid ass niggas need to go to the penitentiary, Deezy, because them niggas is way too stupid for their own good. And it's only a matter of time before somebody get hurt real bad. And nobody deserves to be hurt by either one of them stupid ass, Rocky and Bullwinkle ass, semi-retarded ass niggas.
Now, what about Big 30? You know, Big 30 don't have a record. Do you think Big 30 is going to cooperate? Do you think he's going to get some time? What do you think going to happen with Big 30?
I'm suspicious about how they got that footage out of his phone. You mean tell me you know you got a kidnap and armed robbery video on your phone and you kept it in your phone, and I'm suspicious about how they got that footage to begin with. I'm suspicious. Do I think Big 30 gonna tell? I don't think he gonna tell. I think Big 30 is a big dummy. Big dummy is what I think he is. Big dummy. His first time getting in trouble with the law or first time going to jail. Hey, we all had our first time, didn't we? It used to be our first time, and the white man didn't give a fuck about that, did he? White man
Not at
sent our
all.
ass to the penitentiary. You hear me? Your first time doing some shit, it was your best time. You know what I'm saying? You balled out. You balled out. His first time, now, nigga, you really showed your ass in your first time. He going to the penitentiary. If he don't go to the penitentiary, he a stumped down stone cold rat.
Yeah.
The only way he don't go to prison is that he had to cooperate fully, totally. It's the feds we're talking about. It's ain't no state case. Only way he don't go to prison is if he's cooperated in every way imaginable. That's the only way he don't make it. He don't go to prison. He going to prison, and it's a conspiracy, right? So what are you gonna get charged with, bro? It's a conspiracy. Y'all planned it, you orchestrated it, and according to the thing, he told you to go get his goddamn bag with the gun in it. He told you to go get the bag with the gun in it, and you ain't got it. Yeah, you going to prison. And I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you something, right? What I'm saying to you right now, I don't think I've ever said this shit publicly because, I don't wish jail on nobody, but them niggas so fucking stupid, Deezy, they need to go to prison. I'm telling. I don't give a fuck. Them niggas, there is a such thing as being too stupid. You too stupid to even be in society, bro. You too stupid to even be out here. You too stupid. You're too dumb to be out here with regular people. You too stupid. You don't need to be out here. Cause you thought that shit was gonna work.
Shit, wow. Now,
You are a menace to society. You need to be locked up. You a dumbass nigga.
yeah, that was a wild one. Hey, all right. Did you hear about Sauce Walker and Ray J going back and forth?
Yeah, I heard about it. Hey, listen, Sauce Walker with the whole streaming thing. I know it's a check in it. That was an easy kill for him. There's no way Ray J is gonna step up. First of all, Ray J has been exposed all the way around the board. You exposed Ray J a couple of years ago, right? Ray J is a clown. He is Brandy's baby brother. He's a clown. All of the fronting and all of the putting on that he's been fronting for 20 years, bro. He's never been anything other than what he is right now, except that he was able to hide behind some type of reality show, some relationship with the Kardashians, or some sensationalistic bullshit. Deezy, Ray J is a clown. I wouldn't be surprised if we woke up tomorrow morning and Ray J had overdosed with a dick in his head. I wouldn't be surprised. He's a clown. Sauce Walker, I don't even know what you're doing even talking to this nigga, Walk. What is you even talking to this nigga? Well, why you ain't supposed to be around him? Sauce Walker not even supposed to be around Ray J, but Ray J was a clown.
Did you see though how when Sauce Walker was addressing him about him talking behind his back, he was so calm, but then as soon
Right?
as he got away from him, he got real cocky and disrespectful and started talking like he was about that life. I can't stand people like that at
You
all.
know who they remind me of? You know who else? Know who else specializes in loud talking and we're waiting and when people, you know I don't want to say that because we ain't. But do you know who else specializes in putting on fronts loud, bro? You loud talking and all that. What nigga? You want the police to see it. You want somebody to get involved. You want to alert somebody so once you get your ass broke off, pause, a nigga know what happened to your bitch ass. That reminds me of somebody. It's somebody else that me and you both know who love loud talking, love it. Can't he does it so as to alert somebody to what's going on.
Yeah, we know the specialist.
Yeah, the specialist. Yeah.
And if you noticed about him, right? He said he didn't want to mention your name. He didn't want academics to talk about you and wanted to act like somebody was going to get unalive. And as soon as he seen you catch your rhythm, now he frequently says your name. You notice that?
Yeah, but the whole thing is he owes us money. When I see him, I'm blowing his bitch ass mouth out. You know what I'm saying? He a coward bitch. You know what I'm saying? He loves trying to challenge everybody else, but you see he ain't took that nigga. I'm more viral than he is, right? I have more of an expansive conversation than he does. I have more money than him. I'm more lit than he is, right? He attaches himself to other people's issues like he accuses other people of doing. He doesn't have any relevance to the culture no more. He a clown. He a lame, and he broke as hell. So
All
yeah, of
that,
course he's gonna mention my name, but I want him to take that bet. I got 50,000 for a boxing match with that nigga. I have 50,000 of my own money to put up on as a side purse.
yeah, I think he won't do that, man. I think literally he's scared of that embarrassment. You know, if he get in the boxing ring and get a Ray J done to him, it's gonna embarrass him.
Of course it is. Of course it is. But I mean, if you think about it, right? When I went to LA to No Jumper, he told Adam a week after I was there, I knew where he was. We knew what hotel he was in. And we knew, we talking about Wack Keisha, aka WICKED100, bitch ass. I know what hotel he was in. Why you didn't pull up then? Why you know what hotel I was in? You knew what room I was in. Why you didn't pull up and knock on my door? You knew I was on the jumper. Adam announced I was gonna be on No Jumper 4 hours before I got to No Jumper. I was live on No Jumper. It wasn't a tape delayed episode. I was there. I was at No Jumper. I was in No Jumper's studio for 5 hours. 5 hours I was there. He knew I was there.
Yeah, but he wasn't going to show up. He seen how you was coming, so that shit that he liked to do and cap and talk about, how he do this and do that. It's fufafi.
Yes, times two.
Just like when he just did that little podcast with 607 Onk, and he started raising up on the people there, saying that they was sex planning. When Adam does it to him every week.
Every week. Every
Yeah,
week. Every week. And so listen, right? He's just like Charleston White, bro. He speak with forked tongue. He'll say one thing today, and he'll say something totally contradicting himself tomorrow. He's an ambulance chasing ass podcast ass nigga. This nigga's he's an avalanche chasing podcaster. You know what I'm saying? That's why he inserted himself into the thing between academics and Charlemagne the God. He's an avalanche chasing podcast motherfucker. He's just like Charleston White. He tried to insert himself into anything that will have his name ringing and that will force him into the algorithm. That's all he does. He's the clown.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, academics and Charlemagne going back and forth. For
Yeah.
whatever reason, they going through something. And, Act feels like Charlemagne is siding with Rock Nation against him. What's your take on that?
Mhm. I don't disagree with him. I don't disagree with him. I think that there is a conspiracy. I think we are looking at classic media versus new age media. I think that academics has grown so powerful that people who are in traditional journalism and traditional forms of media entertainment are jealous of his success. And I believe that there's a concerted effort in play to try to diminish academics' character, if not try to put a case on him. I don't trust Charlemagne the God. Charlemagne the God is a he is a he's a less aggressive version of Charleston White. You can't trust him. You can't trust him as far as you can throw him. I think he's a man of low moral aptitude, and I think that he has been bought off by the powers that be. That's my honest opinion of it. As academic wrong on certain fronts, I think the whole thing is unfortunate because you have two of the most powerful people in media, just so happen to be black men, arguing and debating and going back and forth with each other when they could be more powerful together than they are going at each other. But I understand because I'm a person who have been attacked before. So I got academics on speed dial. I have not called him and told him to relax because you can't tell somebody to relax about something that they know and perceive is an attack or is an attempt to try to destroy them. So I get it. I would prefer if it wasn't happening, but if it got to happen, fucking let it happen. So I understand when you feel like a motherfucker's trying to attack you because I haven't, as do you, right? We understand. So I'm not even mad at Act. I'm not mad at Act. Do I agree with everything Act does and says? No. But in this particular situation here, I believe when we say Rock Nation, what does Jay Z got to do? Jay Z is Rock Nation. Desiree Perez is Rock Nation. Megan Thee Stallion is Rock Nation. And I believe from the moment that academics started to criticize Megan Thee Stallion over that Tory Lanez situation, I believe that that's been the plan to try to destroy him and try to diminish and reduce his voice. I believe that's when that whole plan formed, and then they decided to execute it using other people. I think Charlamagne the God has allowed himself to get caught up into something that has nothing to do with him whatsoever. That's what I honestly, genuinely think. That's how I feel.
Do you think that Charlemagne being with Rock Nation has enough influence to be able to put something against Act that can affect his career?
Well, so listen, so we are independent. He's not a sponsor based thing. Normally, the first thing he try to do is try to put you in a bad light so as your sponsors can stop fucking with you. And when the sponsors stop fucking with you, the people who advertise but you stop fucking with you, then that's the bottom line of your money, attacking your money. Academics money platform doesn't have anything to do with advertisers, so you can't blackball him. You can't ask donors, you can't ask people who are spending ad money with him. You can't ask them to do anything because he's a YouTuber. And the dangers of getting into it with a YouTuber is YouTubers, we don't need sponsors. All we need is a microphone and a bad attitude. That's all we need.
Okay. Now, Brianna Johnson, did you hear what happened to the young lady that was a social media influencer?
Yes.
She
Ah,
was,
yeah.
yeah, she was with some guys, and they said a white vehicle pulled up and shot the vehicle up.
Hmm.
What do you feel about people being in the wrong place at the wrong time or being involved with the wrong type of people and certain situations like this occur?
Well, Daisy, let me say, brother. Listen, I mean, it is more of the same thing. Whether she was a public figure or whether she was a popular or whatever, but that can happen to any one of us at any time. When you live and you operate amongst the wolves, then your associations and what you say and do, I mean, you're subject to. I mean, listen, we all subject to that. So we all from the hood. We all subject to that. My honest opinion about it is it was a tragic, an unnecessary loss of life. But then again, I don't know all of the particulars. I don't know who crossed who and who did what to who. I heard that the guys that she was with had an altercation uh, with the people who actually did the shooting. I mean, I don't know, brother. This shit happen every day in the hood. Don't none of this shit surprise me, and it ain't surprising you. When you black folks don't need no reason to do something to you. Black folk will do something to you out of jealousy, out of envy, out of spite, not of just being plain old vindictive. So black people don't need an excuse to harm other black people. If you give them an excuse, you really get your ass.
You went out right there. What did you say right there?
I said, oh, black people don't need an excuse to get you together. Black people will get you together just on the strength of. So if you give them a reason to get you together, they're really gonna get you together. Um, Women are not immune to things that happen in the ghetto. I think we all know that by now. Women are not immune. You can't be a shit popper and all the rest of this shit and expect that motherfuckers not gonna try to get together. That's a problem with black women. Am I frozen? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
There's a problem with black women. Black women, they consistently put themselves into situations that you would think they would know better than to do.
Constantly.
No, constantly, yeah, constantly.
And it
When
seems
when you
like
see things happening,
it seems like you know, young girls, they so attracted to the guys that are always in the mix of something. And this happens often by them being attracted to the guys that's in the mix of something. They don't know what beef that they've been into before they was around them. And it end up being that the person that doesn't really have knowledge of the situation always falls victim to the situation. And I think that probably would happen in this situation.
it is absolutely possible and plausible. I don't know I don't think the motive has been revealed outside of you have people who were there who familiar with the situation saying that the guys that we had got into a physical altercation with some guys at the party, and the guys followed them out of there and shot them. That's what happens when you are dealing with when you're not careful about your associations. That's what happens. I hope that's
Yeah.
not true. But at this point, bro, listen, nothing surprises me about the shit that niggas do. Niggas will do niggerish shit.
Yeah, definitely. Um, the people that like Munchie B and Four Extra, right? They end up
Yeah.
at no jumper 1 minute, the next minute they leave, they go back, and it seems like they always find their way back to no jumper after they say they leaving. Like, what's your take on the guys that 1 minute they act like they don't want to be on no jumper, then they feel like they gotta be there? What's your take on that type of shit?
I think they are being immature and short sighted. I think that they think that they are who they are on their own without any help from Adam or from Adam's platform. Most of those guys, they built their image off of Adam's platform. And without Adam, they know that they don't have any reach. their arms are considerably shorter with Adam than it is without Adam. You know what I mean? They bro, they're not part of anything. Their whole identity, the whole ID is about them being a voice on Adam's platform. Nobody wants to hear anything anyone's got to say as individuals. I know I don't.
So you feel like they need Adam. This is why they run back every time.
You can see it. Boosie gonna go back eventually. When them bills get kicked in
Boosie,
his ass, the lawyer fees get kicked in his ass, yeah, he gonna go back. It's gonna be a big reunion. Probably mark my words. Boosie and Vlad are going to reconcile their differences, if not this year, the next year. And it's gonna be
now
one of the biggest interviews in the history of Vlad.
Boosie just caught a case on federal probation, and you know he got a hearing coming up in the next day or two, I think. And the probation officer wants to violate him for the case that he caught.
Yeah.
Did you
Hey,
see
Dizzy, let
that?
me tell you something, right? I seen the footage, bro. I think Boosie is covering up for somebody else. Boosie did not hit that man in that head with that bottle. If you saw the video, if you saw the if you saw the trajectory of the bottle, and if you examine the force of the impact, that a hookah bottle was thick as hell, bro. You know what I'm saying? When you look at where Boosie was standing at, Boosie did not throw that bottle. I think Boosie's trying to protect somebody. He did not throw that bottle because when you look at it, you see the guy getting hit, and then the camera immediately pans to Boosie. Boosie's body language and his body positioning and the angle that bottle hit that guy in the back of his head. Boosie standing on the side of it. The only way that Boosie could have hit him in the back of his head like that is if he's Randy Johnson for the Arizona Diamondbacks 20 years ago. It had to be a curveball. Boosie didn't do that. I think one of those nephews or one of them sons that he is that was with him, and he tried to cover up one of them. Boosie did not hit that man in the back of his head. He
So
did
you
not do it.
cover it
Somebody who was
up.
with him may have done it, but it wasn't him. Yeah, of course. Of course.
Okay. So it's a possibility that you think he'll beat the case.
Not if he, well, I mean, he's saying he didn't do anything. Somebody in his entourage did something because that was their section. And the club already turned over the footage. The club was cameraed up. They already turned over footage. And I've been in that club before. I was there last year with Helliver for the YBT Fat release party for his album, Fox. Uh, and so I've been there. I've been there. I know the layout. I know how it's set up. I know what it looks like on the inside. And I had pictures of myself standing on that same table. I can send them to you right now. I had pictures of myself standing on that same table. So I know that bottle didn't come from him. That hookah bottle did not come from him. I've been there. I've been at this, and we were at this for the YBT YBT Fat listening party. I was standing same table, same tabletop. I have pictures to prove it. And the angle that the security guard was at, there's no way Boosie could have hit him in the back of his head with that bottle, with that hookah bottle. No way. So he's covering up for somebody. I mean, the whole thing is people point out to the security camera footage. Well, in that section, he was the star. So of course, if they can try to include him in somehow, some way, to say either he or somebody responsible for it, they're looking at the check that's gonna come from that shit. That's what they're looking at.
They trying to get
He
paid.
did not throw that bottle. He did not throw that bottle, DZ. I'm gonna send you pictures when we get done with this. I'm gonna send you pictures to prove to you that I was standing on that same table. Hold on, I'm gonna send them to you right now. But go ahead, you can ask me another question. He didn't throw that
Now,
bottle. That's a fact.
now, Blueface. Blueface got a lot of
Dumb face.
got a lot of situations going on, you know, where he's in debt, being sued, house in foreclosure, and he wants to act like he's rich, right? He claims to say that he's rich, and since he was locked up, Wicked 100 wasn't doing anything as if he's doing now. Now that Blueface is out, he's fixing his backyard, his house, and his lowrider, his motorcycle. All these things are going into the shop, which has been sitting in the garage for so long. Do you think that Wicked 100 is making more off of Blueface than Blueface is making off himself?
Of course. Of course. Of course. But of course he is.
You know, Blueface
But of course
said,
he is.
you know, Blueface said that he wouldn't know what to do without Wicked 100 and that he doesn't control the financial part of the business. So he doesn't know what's going on. It's like Wicked 100 is paying him. What's your take on that?
My take on that is, it's a typical example of a motherfucker who knows nothing. He doesn't know how to do anything outside of be an entertainer. And so therefore he's being, hold on, let me get this motherfucker. He's being what he knows. He's being what he knows, which is a simple-minded, dumbass nigga. Don't surprise me at all, Deezy.
At all.
At all.
I think in the
doesn't surprise
future,
anybody.
I think in the future it's going to definitely show. You know, in time, you know, it will show. And I think he's going to eventually come out and, you know, let people know that Wack has been taking advantage of him. Because you can clearly see the whole time he was locked up, Wicked 100 wasn't moving the way he's moving now. But now that he's home, it's like he's acting like he got something going on.
Yes, absolutely. I don't trust anything Wack says. Everything Wack does is about, it's either self-aggrandizing or it is manipulative. That's it. I don't trust anything he says. I think Blueface believes that his future is tied intricately to whatever Wack says. I believe that Blueface thinks that if something can be done to save him or to give him some sense of relief, then it's going to be Wack who does it.
Gotcha. Yeah. Hey, Dawgface, your boy appreciate you. We're going to put this together, you know, another day this week or next week, whenever you get some time. And I appreciate you coming on here now, rapping with me and letting the people, you know, vibe with us. And you
I appreciate
already know.
it, man. Hey, listen, man. Next time I'll be stable. I'll be parked, and so we can pull up and knock it down.
I appreciate you, my brother, man. And we're going to put it back together, man. Shout out to Dawgface, rocking with SBGB TV.
Shout out to Deezy, man.
Y'all already know what it is, man. It's not about the setback. It's about the get back. Nah.
Came out the mud, now we map out the stuff. Hands on the wheel, got my life in the car. Up and down roads, they said ain't for me. Now I run routes like a wide body Jeep. Selling work out the trunk, I was freezing at lights. Eating chips for dinner, counting quarters at night. Now it's bags in the back, got them strapped to the seats. Every mile one prayer, one now police. State line after state line, I was chasing a shot. Every mile marker felt like a ticking clock. Hit a rest stop shower just to rinse off the pain. Then I double that flip, did it all again. Highway to the middle, I'm leveled it. Turn that stress into stone, then I built with it. From a stash in the door to a safe in the crib. I was driving for my life, now I'm flying to live. Yeah.